Right, so gold did come down. It did retest 3,200. It did bounce a little bit. And then what was expected, a flush of 3,200. Where did we close yesterday? Well, we touched and closed this little mini resistance that I'd put in place before. So that was quite nice, 3,170. But it's not a strong one. And what have we done already this morning? We're flushing that. And now is where we're getting to a level I would love to buy. Let's see how low gold is by the time we open. But this is the area I'm looking at. Obviously, the ascending support, nice and strong. Anything can happen. We can flush more, like not today, but next week we could flush more. And then we get to what I think is a very, very strong support zone, even though it's not ascending. And then we've got here. Now, that's a long way away. That's not going to happen. We could just end up bouncing from here, going all the way back up as we did here, right? This little part here kind of reminds me of what we're doing. But this, what's interesting is if you zoom out quite a bit, just to get some perspective, even more. Like, I know this flush is maybe more than some of you guys expected. I was hoping for this. I expected it to happen, but look where we are. We're just here, right? That's that's still extremely steep ascending support. And gold, I mean, for me, the thesis has not changed, right? The trade war is not why we went up. It just helped us go up because of inflation. Inflation is why we're up here. Inflation is going to continue. I don't think that, I think what Trump's doing in the Middle East is very good. Peace everywhere, deals everywhere. That helps the economy. That should help inflation come down. But if you look at the real reasons for inflation, monetary policy, deficits, trade imbalances, and all that, that's not changing. So at the macro long-term level, gold is still a buy. Obviously, thesis has not changed. So this is welcome news. This is where you can buy miners cheaper, especially seniors. That's what I've been doing. But just to zoom back in, it kind of reminds me of this, a little break of the most recent steep uptrend, like dropping a bit more, we're here. If we drop more, there's lots of support, lots of support. I'm buying here. Now, did I nibble some yesterday? Yes. Did I expect us to go lower? Yes. This is just the way I do it. I do small nibbles at every support level. And when we get to a bigger one, I do stronger ones. So hopefully today, gold actually stays down. And you know, we've still got gold moving down 2% and the miners are going down 2%. Remember, it should be like 6%. So the miners are outperforming the metals still. So I like to see what I'm seeing in gold. Now, silver, I've just been holding back on silver and silver miners. I really have been. And silver now is following gold down. And it hasn't, I mean, it followed the markets a little bit, it followed the markets down a little bit when gold was going up. And when the market's been going up, it's not really followed the markets as much as it should. So basically, it's been relatively weak compared to the markets and gold. And here we are, we flushed this level, we've got this little extra support level, the last one. As long as we don't close below that, this is not a threat. But, you know, it better not, because then silver starts to really flush. I think we could go down, here-ish at least. And who knows, back down. I don't see us going below 30, but you've got to be prepared for this kind of a move. I don't think it's going to happen today because I don't think gold's going to be closing below its ascending support. So I don't see silver really going down to 31 today. But I'm happy that I've been holding off from the silver miners because silver can move quite a bit, and this is a possibility. So I'm happy holding off on the silver miners, just adding to the senior gold miners. That's what I've been doing. I might as well jump. I'm not going to show you the DXY. I could actually DXY real quick. Went back down, retested support. Let's see. I still think we're going to drift and actually go back down. I don't think the macro thesis has changed too much, but DXY is not really impacting too much gold. It's just gold doing its own thing, and silver's following gold a bit. Let's go straight to GDX, GDXJ. Today, I really want to focus on gold, silver, and your miners. So GDX. All right, I was really doing a lot of analysis yesterday. So we were just about holding support. Down we go, obviously, because gold had a big down day. Not the worst candle. Yes, it's down, but it was down sort of 2%, just like gold. That again, that's amazing. So good outperformance. Also, look at the kind of close we had. Hammerish close a high of day. Obviously, we gapped down, but that's not the worst. Now, with today, the GDX and gold charts look very similar, but I don't think we're allowed to go down here. The miners are just too strong. Moving down 4, 5%. Yeah, with gold, in the old days, gold down 1.5%. definitely get GDX down 5%. That's possible. But I don't see that happening. I see us maybe, trading below yesterday's low of day, but probably also closing with a strong day and basically next week reversing. And by the way, the markets, they've pumped up a lot. What if the markets start to roll over a bit now that all the good news is done and we're back to a bit of reality and possible long-term impacts of this sort of trade disruption? We could have the markets go back down, gold up, miners up. It'd make the perfect excuse for the chart doing its thing because the charts really do, technically, they do what they're supposed to do. And then the narrative of the news just is excused, you know. So GDX, I expect it to be trading sort of below, but not going this far down. Probably another 2-3% day down day if gold is trading where it is now, or even 3,100, the real ascending support zone. So GDX is actually pretty good, right? Down 2% is really good, and also the close is pretty good. SIL, which has been trading pretty similar to GDX, senior silver stocks, that bounced off support. Pretty nice, makes sense. It was a down two, not even a 2.5% day. Pretty good. Um, what you kind of expect lately. Again, it should be down more with gold down this much, but now with silver down, yeah, we should be trading below this support zone somewhere here. I don't expect us to be going to the next level, which I've identified, which I expect to be correct. See, 4%. Normally, yes, but nowadays, probably no. Probably another minus 2.5% day. So it probably won't touch this level. Let's see how we close also. But it'd be interesting to see if SIL and SILJ, if they start to follow silver. And if they do, let's see what silver does, because that could really, that then you could see the silver stocks, the silver mining ETFs go down another level if silver starts to flush. That could happen quite easily. GDXJ, similar, trading below its support, but not the worst. An okay close, given what gold did, given the fact we lost support, not the worst close. So I expect us to be trading below yesterday's low of day, but nothing too much down here. Again, I would love to pick some up down here. I don't think we go down there. I think some big institutions have started to create started new positions in miners, and I just feel like they're very, very strong relative to the metals. And I just don't think we go this low. I think it gets bought up before. So yeah, a bit like GDX. I think we'll just be trading a little bit below yesterday's low of day, despite how much gold could be going down today. SILJ, which has been weaker, I'm pretty surprised we didn't hit support. Today we probably will. Let's hopefully close above support. I don't want SILJ to start flushing too much before silver has, because silver still hasn't flushed. So let's see. For me, it's shopping day today. I hope that gold stays down this much, maybe even a bit more by the open. So Newmont hit this level nicely, closed at it. Will be again if gold is still down by the open. You never know. There could be a strong reversal. Otherwise, we should be trading around 47 maybe in Newmont. I would love 46. That's the very, very strong support zone. But again, I think you need GDX also at its ascending. And I don't think that's going to happen, even if gold is touching its ascending. So Newmont, I nibbled some Newmont yesterday. I'll be nibbling more today. In fact, it'll be a strong nibble today. My first strong nibble across the board, especially in gold senior stocks. If we then go down another level, I'll be starting to nibble decently on silver stocks finally. But for now, it's just gold seniors like Newmont and royalties. So otherwise, we have Barrick Gold also, which is that, yeah, I nibbled Barrick Gold, even though we closed below ascending support. I just feel like as long as GDX hasn't, it doesn't count too much. But that is very weak, and I think it's a great stock long term. Remember, zoom out seriously with there, and gold is where it is, new all-time highs, non-stop, and earnings are getting really good, right? There's that delay. So I think all the new quarters coming up are going to be even better. So for me, Barrick was a nibble yesterday. If we come down, I've got $17 as your next level, the low of this candle. Also a psychological number, so probably 17.11. If we get there, wherever I think it is, if the open is the low of day, which you never know, but I'll probably be buying the open and then waiting a bit more to buy midday if we make a new low of day. But I'll probably be doing two nibbles on each mine that I want to add to today, and both combined will be a decent nibble. So I'm thinking 17. Low 17s is a buy zone for Barrick. Definitely going to be doing that today. Agnico, look at this one hitting its ascending, but look how strong the closes are. Tuesday's candle was good, close at high of day. Yesterday's candle was good, didn't go down that much, closed near high of day. It just wants to bounce here. So today we'll be trading, below 103, maybe 102, who knows, even 100, but we'll probably close within this ascending, or I just readjust it a little bit and then we are at the ascending. It's just generally this is your support zone. Nico, definitely be adding to that today because some of these big boys, they've come down nicely, 20% down in the Nico Eagle, which is a money printer, a real money printer. Definitely long term, no problem buying that. I can sleep peacefully there. Pan American silver, right? That's come down a lot. Perfect mine, in my opinion. There was that little, what is it? I think they're merging with Mag Silver or something. So Pan America just went down hard that day. Mag went up. Whatever. I own them both. Still, it's come down nicely. It wants to. Well, yeah. Now your supports yesterday's low of day. This is gone. For me, good close, not down that much, given what gold was doing. It's down probably less than gold. It's just amazing. If we can get it down here, what a steal. Anything in low 20s, let alone below 20. Anything in low 20s, even where we are now. I nibbled some yesterday, of course. All the big boys I nibbled on. If we can be trading below 22 today, I'm going to try and catch it. I don't want to get too greedy waiting for 21. It might be 21 something, maybe mid 21s. But yeah, Pan America, I'd love to add to that. It's been trading in this area for a long time. Gold's just gone up so much. I think this is a monster long term, all of them. And it was about to break out and it's going to, no problem. So Pan America is also a buy for me. Wheaton, Wheaton, I forgotten if I added, but if I mean again, I expect it to be trading below yesterday's low of day, below 75. This level here, why have I got the horizontal a little bit? But the ascending is clear, 74 today. If anywhere near 74, maybe I'll have to add my buy a little higher. We'll see. Maybe I buy some of these pre-market if I have that itchy finger, but I'll probably again buy a little one tranche pre-market or early or at the open, and then I'll wait for the second tranche if we do a new low of day after the market opens. And those two combined for each mine will be my decent nibble. Wheaton is going to be one of them. No problem owning that long term. And I'm fully aware that we can go down even more. I have lots on the sidelines. I've been selling a bit too much on the way up, so I'm really loving this flush here of the quality miners. Franco-Nevada, another quality miner. All of these so far quality miners, all with similar charts. That one also looks like it wants to bounce. Sorry, gold's down 1.5%. You have to go down again. 150, what a nice number. Anywhere around 150, I'll add to that. And these are going to be worth like today, they're going to be worth a heavy amount. I've got those three modes, light, medium, and heavy. And these seniors, they're going to be heavy by the end of today. And if they go down, no problem. No problem having heavy bags in the best of the best gold stocks. Right, now we get to the more. Then I got Metalla, the other royalty. Never added to this one. You guys know I don't like it. I'm happy it's coming down. If I add, I always said it's going to be low, sort of mid. Yeah, so 250 is probably 261. Or I may do a small add here. This is worth. This is probably one of my lowest valued miners. So I'll just add here, which no problem. Long term, this has been a buy zone, and yeah, it just deserves a buy here because I haven't been buying anything so far. So I have no problem doing that, but I'm not really optimistic about this one too much. Okay, let's do. Oh no, we're still doing the gold miners. I remember the new formats. Paris mining. This has been really strong. Hit $6. I'm not buying this. It's just way too high, compared to the other ones, the other senior ones that have come down more relative. So I realize 520 is an obvious buy zone, but I wouldn't even be buying 520. Sorry, it's just not down enough. If we start flushing down here, then we start to be a bit cheaper. So I'm just holding what I've got on this one. I am gold. This one's coming down a lot. This is a quality one. This one I nibbled on too. So it's all the seniors that I've covered. and then I am gold and Equinox. Otherwise, everything else being left alone. I am gold nibbled yesterday. I see a little support zone. You can see that tiny gap. It's also the low of here. It's also come down a lot. This is more than 20%. No, yeah, 20, almost 30%. Today again, we got to go down more. We'll be trading below six. I think we'll be closing above six. Actually, for some reason, I think it's a serious buy where it is. Okay, this is almost an excuse. Yeah, I just expect us trading a little bit below six and then a nice bounce. So this one I'll add to again. I think this needs to be worth more. It needs to be worth more. Equinox also is worth similar to Iron Gold. Look at that close, very nice. It's come down a lot. It's a monster stock long term. It wasn't worth enough. I nibbled some, it's still not worth enough. It's down over 20% so far. So again, we'll be trading a bit lower. I expect us to close above yesterday's low of day. What a strong support though, 560-ish here, right? There's two strong support levels, especially the ascending. Look at that. Look how credible this one is. So don't get too greedy waiting for this low number. I think it wants to bounce already. I'll try and catch some of this one. Also today, B2 Gold hasn't come down enough. Don't like it enough as a stock. It needs to come down more. If it doesn't, fine, I just hold what I've got. This one did close quite nicely, trying to recapture support. So all these miners didn't come down that much, given what gold's done, and given the fact they've kind of lost some important support. So they're strong. SBSW not touching it, hasn't come down enough. There are other things to buy at the moment. This is too risky. Now, silver stocks, let's go. First Majestic all the way back down. Normally I would be nibbling, but again, silver, I'm just holding off because I'm seeing what gold's doing. I'm seeing silver starting to follow. If there's that big flush, you could get First Majestic. Who knows? 520 or lower. Crazy stuff, given what gold's been doing. And honestly, crazy, these silver stocks. And silver, okay, the breakout is on ice, but that's going to happen. So here you have an opportunity to buy silver stocks so cheap, so cheap. You can buy them cheaper. And in 14 months from now, I expect silver to be like 40s, and all these stocks should be like 100% higher from where they are now. So I'm very happy to be waiting. I'm very happy to have held off a little bit. I think I've done one or two nibbles on silver stocks, but I look at the value, they're very low. Normally they'd be worth a lot more than they are right now in my portfolio, but they're not, and I'm very happy about that. So First Majestic, very cheap, but I think you can get it cheap. Well, obviously you can today if everything stays as it is by the open, but 520s, very possible. That's a support zone to buy without question, but be prepared for lower. Can't believe I'm saying that. Fortuna, yeah, that's actually decent. It's been holding, closing above all these low of days, so it's holding. I don't even know if we're going to get to we might start visiting 520. That's a buy zone, obviously. So, but it hasn't come down as much as the others, but it's also stronger for a good reason. It's not about how cheap it is, it's where it's going. And Fortuna is one of the first silver stocks I expect to break out and make new highs, in this case, go to 7 plus. So 520 is a buy zone. I need to wait and see with silver today. It depends how gold reacts and if it looks like it wants to bounce off its ascending and then like next week go higher, then I expect silver to go higher. So I could end up nibbling silver stocks, but they're going to be weaker nibbles than the gold stocks, put it that way. But that's one buy zone in Fortuna. Next one's very, very far away. Next is CDE, which is super strong and it's worth a lot for me. It was always worth more, and then it did this pump. So this one, the value is quite a lot. So buying more is just not for me right now, even though I see it as really strong. Actually, this one will break out way before Fortuna. And the support zone is not that obvious. I mean, I guess something like here, right? Something like here. Yeah, $7 could be a support zone. This resistance, this candle low of day, the number coming down more than that is unrealistic for how good the news is. The market wants to re-rate CDE. I'm just holding what I got. It's worth a lot. So no comment. It's just, and also it was pretty good. It was down 3% for something that's gone up that much. That's pretty good given yesterday type of day yesterday was. Heckler, weak, very weak. It came down on bad news. The bounce was expected, but also you could feel the weakness already yesterday. We're testing. I mean, we're visiting the 440s today. And honestly, if silver starts to flush, Heckler is the kind of stock you can get low falls very quickly. And who knows? It's crazy to imagine this. And when you zoom out, I mean, if we do go to falls, obviously that's a buy. But down here, 350 is next up. And what a low zone that is. Look at the price. We've had that for years. What a buy that is for long-term move up. So Heckler is weak. You can get it at 440 or lower. Today, 440. I I don't even know if I'd nibble at 440. I really don't know. It depends on the whole sector and how silver's reacting compared to gold. If gold looks like it wants to bounce off this ascending, but it's weak, so you could maybe even get it, you know, low for who knows. Let's see. Heckler, I'm not in a rush because I recognize the weakness. EXK, which has actually been weak, uh, down 4%. Again, that's one of the worst. It should come down to low threes. It should come down to low threes. Although that is quite the move, even though it doesn't look like on the chart. It's another 4 5%. It could do it. It needs to do it. Look, it's just been weak. So off you go. If silver really flushes, you could get EXK really below three. Like EXK and some of these get really cheap. It's so good. I just love it. Mag Silver, this obviously the buyout with Pan America. So that candle was just unfortunate because of the market. It could have gone like almost 20 that day. Down we go. It's filling gaps a little bit. Today we could probably fill the gap, $17. $17. That would make sense. Fill the gap. Bad news. That's your excuse for doing what you want to do anyway. It's like a magnet. They all want to close their gap. This kind of was resistance support, so it's done that. Yeah, let's see. Mag Silver is one to buy off a gap close, but not really in a hurry. And it's worth a lot more than the other silver stocks for me. So I'll probably even just hold Mag, even if it gap fills. So there you go. Let's see what happens. I'm very happy about this job, even though my portfolio has gone down, even though I've nibbled and it's gone lower. That's part of the plan because I knew, because for me, I don't know if I'm right. I don't know if it's going to go lower to my next level. Many times it's just gone down one level and up it's gone. And I'm happy that I at least bought some because we're at new highs. And so, in case I'm wrong and we go down more, I've always got more sidelines, always. But today is going to be the time, the first day where I really am considering a strong nibble. There's your GDX. That's what I'm really looking at. That's my barometer, GDX, and of course, gold. And today, so far, we've got gold. And you see it's already moving up a little bit. That would be a shame if, look at that bounce there. So I want us to revisit flush what it's done so far and basically go to about 3,100, maybe even a bit lower, and then bounce. I'm looking for that close just above the ascending, but maybe we've already seen the low. Who knows? By the time we open, maybe gold's already like going towards 3,200 and the miners are all up 2% and the low was yesterday, but I bought some yesterday. But today I would love to buy some decent amount of the best miners, maybe a small nibble on the silver miners, maybe not, even though they're weak. Just yeah, I'm looking forward, right? Window shopping season is over. The small little nibbles is over. Now it's actually time to enter the shop and buy a decent amount. Good luck.